Alright, what's going on, guys? It's ValREcO here, and today we're going to be playing some Battlefield 1, and I'm here to talk about my experience with the beta so far. So without further ado, let's get into the action. Now, before we get into my experience with the Battlefield 1 beta, I am playing with the Scout class, and playing with a bolt action rifle. I think it's the Gewer without a scope, because I don't like particularly sniping with the scope. Now I can use an iron sights, as you see right there. I get a kill. Also, by the way, I'm playing with no aim assist in this game on a console, because I am preparing for, you know, playing online against people on PC with a mouse and keyboard, because I will not use a mouse and keyboard. I refuse. I want to use a controller. So if you want to use a controller, you gotta use a controller with no aim assist on PC. So, you know, in the next year, not even a year, 6 months or so, maybe maximum 6 to 8 months, I'm gonna start playing on PC, because, you know, there's a lot more shit I can do on PC, a lot more games. Games are cheaper, and games look better. And, you know, I'm a grown man. It's time to fucking go get a gaming PC. But for right now, we'll be playing on the console. I will always keep my PlayStation 4. I'll always have at least one console. But I'm going to definitely switch to PC and start playing PC games, because you have more players, better graphics, and better running games. So, you know, with that being said, let's move on to my experiences of the beta as I take the flank and come up the side of this canyon right here. We're playing some Rush gameplay on, I think you pronounce it, the Sinai Desert. The Sinai, whatever. And I go on a little killer streak right here. I'm struggling with my shots. I'm trying to get used to the bullet drop, because it's confusing at times. You're like, dude, I aimed right at him. The bullet went right towards him, and I don't get the hit. So it's kind of frustrating. Takes me 4 or 5 shots to even take one guy out, but I'll get the motherfucker if I get enough time to shoot at him. Now, I wanted to play with an unorthodox class, excuse me, and not just play with a submachine gun. I wanted to play with a bolt action rifle, because fuck it, we're playing World War I. We might as well whip out World War I weapons. You know what I'm saying? A hunting rifle. Fuck it, let's go. Now, my experiences with the beta so far are positive. Definitely, I've had a good time. I wish we were playing on the other map, because this map is, you know, catering towards long-range gunfights, which I like and don't like, because I would like to just get up on somebody. And the other map, Sandcar, I can't remember exactly, I think it's called the Sandcar or something, but that map is, there's a lot more villages. Like, if you look straight ahead of me off of this canyon, and you look at straight ahead, there's a big open village, which is actually a large place to have fights. On Conquest, you know, and we'll actually get up there a little bit later. It's a lot better to stay in that area with the submachine gun, because if you bring a submachine gun over here, you're gonna get fucking smoked. And I was wanting to play with a submachine gun, but you just can't do it. You gotta pull out the bolt action rifle at this distance. So I said, you know what, I gotta pull it out. I wish we were playing the other map, but we're not. We're playing this one, and the map's not bad. It's just, you know, there's so. If you don't have a vehicle, look how I reversed that guy's bayonet and smoked him. Oh my god, that was one of the best fucking clips. I don't know how I did it. I hit him with my my shovel before he hit me, and then I got the kill. I know he was probably pissed, but, you know, back to what I was saying. You know, I wish we were playing on the other map, but we're not. We're playing on this map. This map's not bad. It's, you know, it is what it is. I've seen a lot of people criticizing the game, saying they didn't like it, which I don't. No, not a lot of people, just a select few. Just, you know how when a new game comes out, everybody's like, well, it's just like the last game. Shut the fuck up. I'm seeing people comparing it to that's just like Battlefront, because they have similar graphics, because they've updated the graphics, because they're trying to get all they can out of these new consoles, because they're not releasing this game on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. So I've seen these motherfuckers in the comments of video, I just like the last game. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It's just like Battlefront. Shoot lasers. Shut the fuck up. But anyways, one thing I noticed that I don't really like, I don't know if it's a glitch, but when people fire their gun, like, see right here, if you look at the mini-map, rewind the video, this guy fires with no suppressor, and you can't even see him on the radar. I don't really like that because it slows the action down. I don't know if that was like, you know, them trying to put that in the games. And, well, it's World War II. Why would you see somebody on the radar? You know, even if you spot somebody, they don't show up on the radar. They just show up in front of people. I don't like that. I don't know if it's a glitch or what, but if they just took that out of the game, they need to put it back in the game, because that's ridiculous that I can't see people on the radar because, you know, it's World War I, so we gotta cater to, you know, all they had was maps back in the day. You know, I just don't like that because it slows the action down, and you're constantly standing on roofs, and it makes people camp more. It makes the beta a little bit more slower. Like, people are just hiding in buildings like this guy right here, and it just becomes a slow-paced game. Even on Rush, you don't know where they're coming from, and I don't like that. I feel like if you spot somebody on the radar, they should show, or spot somebody with your scope or your iron sights or whatever. Instead of 3D spotting, which is the little symbol above their body when they're running or whatever, you know what I'm saying, like the little fucking whatever it is, that thing above his head right there that guy that just killed. Instead of doing that, they should just put it on the radar. Just put it on the radar so I know where they're at. I just want to know where the enemy's at. I don't really like that. I think that's kind of whack because it's a known fact in the history of gaming, when you don't see people on the radar, not all the time. I'm not saying a 24/7 radar, but I'm saying if you can't see and get an idea where the enemy's at, it slows the pace of action down. I.e., Metal Gear Solid Online. Let's remember, that was ruined by cloaking. Everybody was laying in the bushes invisible, so it just slowed the game down and made it boring and made it frustrating, so people just said fuck it. So I don't know why they did that, but they definitely need to put that back in the game. But overall, tremendous fucking game. Really fucking fun. It's so exciting and rewarding when you get a kill with the bolt action rifle, especially when I don't ever use them. But overall, just a fun, tremendous game, and it will be, you know, an open beta tomorrow so everybody can get online. Now, another thing that I did not like that absolutely aggravated the shit out of me was the fact that certain classes don't have shit to destroy tanks. Now, if you remember on Battlefield 4, every class has something that can destroy tanks. Whether it be, you know, the supporting sniper class having C4, or, you know, the engineer having the anti-tank mines, rockets, and the medic actually doesn't have anything you can use, not even C4. So, at least some of the classes need something that can destroy a tank. The only thing that can destroy a tank, you know, quite easily is the new assault class, which is basically like engineer. Now there's another class called medic, which doesn't have anything to destroy anything. They also do have, you know, the little anti-tank light grenades, but them shits suck. They take off like 10 health, that's it. I mean, in the tanks, I obviously know that they're supposed to be dominant, but like if 2 or 3 guys team up on a tank, they should be able to kill them pretty easily. It's a little bit more frustrating when you're shooting at a tank over and over again and throwing grenades. Like you can literally, with the assault class, take the anti-tank rockets and shoot all 4 or 3, I think it's 4 rounds. Shoot all 4 rounds. You can throw your grenade, and you still won't blow the tank up. The tank will just be riding out. I'm like, really? And you can also put down anti-tank mines, and I'm sure those would do work. But I mean, it's too little too late. You've done shot at it 4 or 5 times. Now the tank's on you. He's shooting back. It's just, that shit's aggravating. It's just aggravating. You should at least be able to destroy a tank with most of the classes except for medic. Every class except for medic, you should be able to destroy a tank, because just like it was on Battlefield 4, you couldn't destroy a tank with the assault medic / medic class. You can't do anything but revive people. So it's just whack. I don't like it. But I think if they're gonna do that, they need to make the assault class and the anti-tank rockets stronger, because if we're gonna do that, you know, tanks most of the time can just cruise around without any problems, and I've seen dudes get in tanks the entire game and not die, and just, you know, as soon as they take too much damage, they don't really drive up into the city. They stay off in the outskirts, and if they take damage from a little rocket, they'll kill the guy and repair it and keep on rolling. So, you know, that's just a little thing that they need to adjust to make it a little bit more fair for infantry people. But nevertheless, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'm out of this bitch. Peace.
We have taken objective butter.